We're continuing to follow breaking news in Portsmouth. The NAACP weighing in on the pending charges for a teenager at the center of an incident at a track meet in Lynchburg. Earlier, a community gathering was held to discuss those charges and rally in support of the student charged. It just wrapped up. 10 on your side's Markeisha Jackson joins us live now outside IC Norcom High School with more. Markeisha.
Hey Ashley, yeah, just wrapped up. Like you said, lots of community support out here for the Everett family. Many community members came. The rally was also attended by the Portsmouth NAACP president, James Boyd. And James is actually here now. He's going to join me for a live interview. And James, you know, the Portsmouth NAACP put out a statement in reference to the incident. Why was that so important for you all to do?
Very important for us to do. One, because of the reaction that we were seeing, racial slurs and things being launched towards the Everett family, but also we were concerned about charges being filed against Alayla, and we feel that the legal system should not be used in this system. It is in this situation, it is not warranted, and so we thought that it was very important that we stood with this family and stood on that principle.
And definitely, I know you told me you have been in contact with the Lynchburg NAACP as you all try to assess those charges, assault and battery. The petition for that has been issued for Alayla. What's your reaction to that, and what have they been telling you, the Lynchburg NAACP?
Well, our Lynchburg NAACP leaders had a meeting with the Lynchburg Commonwealth Attorney this morning, and confirmed that the charges was not brought by her office. But we want to say unequivocally that Alayla is not an attacker. She is not a criminal. And anybody that says, or any headline that says that is a violation of her due process rights. We feel, as I mentioned, that the criminal justice system should not be used in this situation. And for charges of assault and battery to be levied against her, you have to prove what you intent and maliciousness, and those things are not present here. Again, this is a situation that is not warranted for a young, powerful, up-and-coming leader like Alayla is to have to experience, and so we're going to stand with her.
And definitely, I know, like you said, lots to come in the coming days with all of this, and we, of course, will bring our viewers the very latest because we will receive that from you all. Thank you so much for joining us here. We appreciate you. We'll have much more from you and for the viewers tonight on Wavy News at 10 and 11. Live in Portsmouth, Markeisha Jackson, sit on your side.
First of all praises to the Father Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawah Shai, Ba'ashem Barakadashi. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening, my people. Let's make sure we get some rest, worship, and praising into the Father Yahawah in Yahawah Shai name, because this is a commandment throughout all of our dwellings. He is the most omnipotent God that there ever be, ever was, and ever will shall stay. That's just what this is. Okay. Now let's get down to business. James Boyd of the NAACP know full well he's wrong for supporting this young lady who blatantly assaulted this woman, this young lady, fellow track, star here, while they were running that race. And anybody can see that she assaulted that young lady with malicious intent. And the reason why she did it is because this woman was coming past her, and she couldn't fend her off by keeping up with her, so she actually just whacked her with that baton. And that's basically what happened. I mean, let's keep it simple here. You're not going to piss on somebody and tell them it's raining when you clearly see what is going on. You see what I'm saying? But see, the Most High see all of this wickedness and all this unrighteousness. And he thinks by, James Boyd, that is, of the NAACP, thinks by rallying behind this woman, or this young lady, that this is something right, and when it's clearly wrong. Because by doing this, you're setting the wrong standards, not just for young people, but older people as well. But we're talking about the younger ones, like here, to where they never have to take accountability for their actions. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Criminal charges are justified regardless of what the penalty will be, but she has to pay. I don't know about all of this so-called racial slurs and what have you. You know what I mean? I don't know why they would be talking, saying whatever they saying, because when we hear racial slurs, we think about subs, saying racial slurs to somebody so-called black. When we know every day that our own people call us the N-word anyway. You see what I'm saying? So they ain't got nothing to do with it. But as far as these charges go, they are warranted. And that's just what it is. They are warranted. She had no business whatsoever hitting that young lady in the back of her head like that. You gonna tell me, with a concussion that this girl caused this other girl, and with the potential skull fracture, that is not warranted for her to be brung up on criminal charges? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I totally have no confidence whatsoever in the NAACP anyway, because they have been infiltrated and they do whatever the powers that be tell them to do. Ain't got nothing to do with defending so-called black people. Probably started out that way, but it's not like that anymore. You see, that's just what it is there. Now, without further ado, let's get into the word right here on this, and see what the Most High thinks of this right. Let me see here. We're going to start over here in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. Understand this, James Boyd of the NAACP. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You need to understand that. You see? Now it goes into saying right here in verse 1 of chapter 50, Proverbs chapter 15, a soft answer turneth away wrath. A grievous word stir up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge of a right, but the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Okay? I'm going to stop it right there, because see, I want James Boyd to understand. The Most High see the things that you are doing. That's what this whole entire picture is about right here. You can see right here, of something simulating the Most High. Just say that. And it's just as well. His eyes run to and fro throughout the earth, and he see the wickedness that you are doing. And more than likely, money is in the game right here. You understand? And you sold out to represent this girl right here for what she did, which was a criminal act. I don't care what nobody say. It definitely is. But we're going to go over here in chapter 5, verse 20. And it reads, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Now if we go over here in Isaiah, same scripture 5:20, over in the English translation, it says this: they say that what is right is wrong, and what is wrong is right, that black is white and white is black, bitter is sweet and sweet is bitter. This is what James Boyd of the NAACP is doing in this matter right here, and he's wrong for doing so. And anybody else that's supporting this girl in her wrongdoing, you just as guilty in her sin, in that sin as she is. You are. Now, let's start right here in Isaiah chapter 5, verse 17. Then shall the lambs feed after their manner, and the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were with the cart rope. What this is saying, people, woe unto them. Be careful of those who support wrongdoing. You see what I'm saying? That wrongdoing is a sin. If you support it, you become partakers of that person's sin. And that's basically what this is talking about. To continue verse 19, they say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it. And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh, and come that we may know it. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Verse 23 is what I'm talking about with James Boyd and his cronies at the NAACP. I'm going to read it again. Which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. More than likely, you took money payout from that girl's family to represent them. You see, and justifying her wickedness right before the world, talking about this, it's just wrong to bring her up on charges. You see, by doing that, what you did was took away the righteousness from the victim that was assaulted on that track that day. You see, and that's just what it is. I mean, you're not going to convince me any less. That's just what that is. Right before the world, everybody can see it. Everybody can see that that girl intentionally hit that other girl in the back of the head. Let's go over here in Proverbs 6:18. And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. The Most High do hate. You devise a wickedness when you set out to represent this young lady right here and her wickedness and what she did to that young lady on that track that day. So you devised the assembly of people, and they ran behind you to do what? The word is mischief. Proverbs chapter 6 verse 15. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue. Do you hear me? James Boyd of the NAACP. And the hands that shed innocent blood. Okay? And that's for a vet, I think her name is Everett. I can't remember her name. Now, Alayla. I can't pronounce her name, but Alayla Everett. That's what this scripture's for you. A lying tongue is well for you. A lying tongue and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, and that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. You know, the Israelites camps, that is, because those of us are Israelites by lineage, heritage, but the camps, they say wear, you know, like it says to wear fringes. That's what that means, you know. But yeah, in other words, meditate on this right here, so you're not careful. I mean, so you be careful, in other words, that you don't violate what the Most High Word says here not to do. You see, because he can't stand stuff like this right here. And this is everything that young lady, Alalia, whatever her name is, Everett, her and her cronies, the one so I bet you money, and this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is exact, but my opinion, you know, is this: that her family paid the NAACP to represent her. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, she needs to be brung up on charges. Exodus 23 verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Okay? So tell me why James Boyd of the NAACP formed a group of people in support of this young lady, Layla Everett, after they already said, yeah, she's going to be brung up on charges. You know, probable cause. We see it right before our eyes that she hit that young lady in the back of the head. But what does James Boyd do? Well, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. And that's what those people were doing. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. This is what he's doing. That's a violation right there. You see, the word gonna find a person out every time. The word does. It's not what a man would say. It's about what the Most High's word say. And that's what convicts you. I hope he sees this video right here. I hope he sees. I make sure, you know, I put his name in the title, you know, so he can see this video right here. Hopefully he comes across it, because see, he's wrong. He's wrong. And see, this is the word, the Most High's word is what's going to convict him. Let's go over here and let me see. We'll just read this. Exodus chapter 23 verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. James Boyd, do you hear this? Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thy enemy's ox or ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see the ass of him that hated thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Okay, we're more concentrated on these right here for 1 to 2. These right here. See why? Because this is exactly what the NAACP is doing. This is what it's doing. That's just what it is. Let's go to Psalms 37 verse 1. See, this is what King David, the Psalms of David, was talking about. Now, I know myself, when I first seen that video, clear as day, when Layla Everett hit that young lady in the back of the head, just because she was coming around her, I got angry about it. And I got even more angry about it when I saw the NAACP, you know, rise up to defend her in her wrongdoing. The world's messed up enough, you know, and the younger ones are doing more evil than anything. They do not need the NAACP encouraging them to keep doing more evil things, okay? That's what this all boils down to. But the Psalms of David here in 37 verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Let's see why. Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Okay? But see, I'm more focused on this right here, verse 2. Because this is what's coming to every wicked person who feels like they don't have to be held accountable for the wrong things that they do in life to other people. There's no escape. Many times if I've shown all of these spirits, they ain't here lingering in the air, on the walls of our house, walls, floors, what have you. All up in our cars, even on our clothes. I know for a fact I've seen them. I have pictures of them. They're not here watching what we doing for nothing. You see. Now, if suddenly something bad should befall you, you understand what I'm saying? You're going to know what it is. Why? Because, hey, you're doing wrong and the Most High going to straighten you out. All he has to do is lower that shield for these spirits that had a way with you. That's how it works. That's why it goes right back to Psalms of David here. Fret not thyself because of the evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Don't be envious. I know it's hard not to get mad when people do wrong by you, but I can tell you this. You can always believe when the Most High says here in verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. You can believe that. That's exactly what's going to happen. And that goes for everybody, not one certain, not just the Israelites, but it goes for all the nations here on this earth. When you do wickedness, you're going to pay for it. You dang sure going to pay for it. Now we're going to go over here in Psalms chapter 1 verse 1. And it reads, if you know anybody that lives this way, that the Most High is against what we just covered, my advice be to you, turn away from them. Turn your back. Cut them off. Cut them off. See, it says here, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. You blessed when you turn your back on these low lives. Folks who will just sin with impunity, don't care. You're blessed. And it's worth it for you in your life to be blessed. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. Because see, like I said, they're going to get what's coming to them. Now, verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper. The ungodly are not so though, okay? But are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. That's what happens for the ungodly. But you want to be blessed. You want to be blessed. And the only way to do that, cut off the wicked. Just what it says here in verse 1. And that's how you be blessed. And meditate on what the Most High said. And this is what's going to happen for you here in verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doth shall prosper. That's what we want. So I'm hoping, like I said before, that James Boyd right here, this idiot, him, I'm hoping that he see this video right here, and he'll sit up here, and you can see this arrogant, proud look on this girl right here. But she gonna pay too. You seen what the Most High Word just said. And all the rest of y'all, this woman over here with the nappy curly wig, you know what I mean, curly fries, mixed all up. All of them that supported this girl's wrongdoing, you can rest assured calamity gonna befall them. Because Most High Word say so. That's all I got on this lesson, people. I hope you guys found this lesson edifying. And I hope I said something to stimulate your spiritual growth. All praise to the Father Yahawah in Yahweh's name. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.